My man Nicholas Romaine, a.k.a. Unitard, coming at you hard. All right, without a stick of lard. Okay, that's all. No more rhymes. So you saved up the money, $120 extra, paid for yourself, saved up the money to invite somebody else. How did that go? Who did you invite? How did you decide who that was going to be? How did it work out?
Well, there was a bunch of people that kept coming in my head, and I just kept praying about it, and just different things were just like not really working out with certain people, and then something.
So you just met this guy at like an election polling station, and you just randomly invited this dude to convention?
That is correct.
Did you know this guy before?
I had no idea who he was.
Wow, and he said yes?
He's like, yeah, man, I for sure go, and I'm like, I'm not messing around. Like, I'm actually serious. And he's like, yeah, I'll go. And so I got his number. We started talking.
Definitely a worthwhile endeavor then, something you'd recommend for students across Eastern Ontario to try out this year, 1+1?
Yeah, buddy. For sure.
All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. 1+1 equals what? Changed lives. Who are you going to change? I have my man Nolan here, and Nolan was one of our recipients of the 1+1 campaign, and so I'm going to get him just to tell you a little bit about how that all unfolded. Nolan, tell us, how did you get to going to convention and just how much you had to pay and all of that? Tell us how that worked.
Caleb comes up, and we're just running, doing some laps, and he actually comes up and says, yo, you want to come to this convention? I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. What is it? And he was just giving me some details on that, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. What would I need to, like, how much is it? And he says, no, it's completely free, and that was kind of cool. I was like, oh yeah, man, it's nice, it's nice. But and then going to it, it really did start out my relationship with him. Like, since that day, I have been going hard and will be going hard for the rest of my life.
Would you say that weekend changed your life?
100% it did.
100%. And you are now plugged in at this local youth ministry, Intensity Youth, at Woodville Church, Ottawa, Ontario. You're plugged in here. You've been back, and we see you week after week, and God's doing some really crazy stuff in your life. Is that right?
That's exactly right.
Would you advise anyone else, if they could save up an extra $120, whatever, $140 and pay for somebody's youth convention fee this year in the 1+1 campaign, would you advise them to do so? Would you say it's worth it?
Well, I know it changed my life, so it'll change someone else's for sure.
There you have it, folks. 1+1. The ball's in your court. We have the man behind Nolan, the guy, Schlebs, Caleb Scheel, my man here, the guy who paid for Nolan to go to YC 2011. His life is now totally changed, and this is the dude behind it. So, Caleb, talk to us about 1+1.
So I invited Nolan, and he came. I paid for him. My parents helped pay for mine, so that I figured if I'm already getting partly paid for, why not pay for someone else? And it was definitely worth it.
Awesome. So would you say to all the viewers watching this tonight in their local youth ministries across Eastern Ontario, would you advise, would you challenge, would you say this is definitely a worthwhile cause, it's definitely worth your $120 extra to pay for a friend to go? You would tell them, yeah, you got to do this, or is this something that, Doritos are good too?
Do it! Do it! You! It's worth it, right? You, right.
Okay, that's Caleb Scheel. He's coming at you live. 1+1 equals changed lives. Do it.
All safe, all serious.